It's nice to have company.
I think we're live now.
And yes, the little message came up to say we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Lunchtime Live series here at Sequins and Sand. I'm Anita McLaughlin, and my very special guest today is Lyndal from Es Una. Hi, Lyndal.
Hello, Anita. Lovely to be here.
Thank you so much for agreeing to come on. I love these Meet the Maker segments, girls. And if you're tuning in to the recording, because I know live on a Friday at 12 o'clock is not suitable for everybody, thank you for tuning in whenever you can. I hope your feet are up and the heating is on because, my goodness, I even have a scarf on today in Vegas because it is still chilly up here. Hello from wherever you are tuning in. It's lovely to have you here. The Maker segments, because we do interviews and product reviews here on our Friday lunchtime lives. And I love what Lyndal does, girls. Lyndal's beachwear range is like nothing else out there that I've seen. It gives Sequins and Sand and all of you beautiful women out there something that is more sun protective for our skin, stylish, it looks fantastic on, more coverage, and that's kind of the theme for today. We thought, let's pick a word, longer. We're going to go longer coverage in what Lyndal does. And also the feel of the fabric is brilliant. It is eco-savvy. And also from my personal point of view, I love wearing it myself, but it gives, having these unique niche labels and offerings give us something different here at Sequins and Sand as well that I know are hard to find. And I'm really proud to support Aussie women in business too, which is great. So without any further ado, here is Lyndal. Lyndal, welcome.
Hello. Hello. I'm cold too. I've got my long cardigan on just to go with the theme.
Where are you from?
So I'm here in Adelaide. We've had a cold snap this week as well. Today's supposed to be 17 though, so it's supposed to be lovely today. But it has been, 12, 13, 14, which is cold for us.
It is cold, man.
It is cold.
Our minimums get down to 12. Reaching for the heating. So wow, as a maximum. Yeah. Well, thank you. I know you're going to be doing most of the talking today because it's all about your beautiful things. So why don't we start at the beginning? Why did you start Es Una? Tell the girls all about it.
Oh, my beginning story. Well, that started when my daughter was 12 and she's now 18, and she wanted to replace her rashi, and she was growing out of little girl clothes and she was growing into more adult clothes. So we just wanted a basic tee cover up for her to wear over her bathers, and she wanted it a bit looser. She doesn't like things that are too fitting. And we went everywhere. We were on Phillip Island and we went to all the surf shops, all the bathing shops, and we could not find anything. And I knew that I'd never been able to find anything for myself, so I would go to the beach wearing my bathers with clothes over the top. Wow. And I never wore caftans because they're not sun smart and they catch you out and you get sunburnt. So I'd always wear like a proper t-shirt, something with the thicker fabric. So I did some research. I couldn't find anything on the market, so I decided to create it, which is how it all came about.
I get that.
Yeah, can't do it yet. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. That's my philosophy. So I did a fashion design course and a fashion startup course, and which is really useful because there's so much language in fashion. Like I knew how to sew, but I didn't know how to create a pattern. But there's so much language in fashion that is just not common language across the normal vocabulary that we use. So that helped to give me an insight in all the suppliers that I could work with. And then I went about creating some basic styles just to address really body issues and sun issues. So some of the styles are designed, my personal bugbear is my stomach. Don't like it at all. Don't like the top of my arms. So I want to cover up that part of my body, whereas I'm quite happy to showcase my legs. Doesn't worry me at all. But also I wanted something, we tend to get burnt across here and our shoulders. So So I wanted designs that provided the coverage for that part of the body as well, but still were comfortable to wear, that they looked good, had a bit of style, as well as fulfilling the practical solution that they do. So I named the company Es Una, which is she is in Spanish. I thought that was liberating, but Una was my grandma, and she was a real trailblazer. She never left the house without a lipstick on. She knew how to lift her spirits, but she was the first person to try a new product. So we'd all catch up, and grandma had something new that she'd bought that nobody else had tried yet. So she was a trailblazer in that respect. So I thought, what better way to pay tribute to her than to name my company that hopefully is trailblazing as well.
That is awesome. What a beautiful story. And that's what I love about what you do, because it sits with the values that are close to me and Sequins and Sand as well, is that it is about how women feel in what you create. It's not about flogging the product. You know, yes, that's part of it, but deep down, your motivation is about helping women feel good about their bodies, about themselves and their skin, so that they can enjoy their summers and, you know, winters. More comfortably and feel better about themselves. And I think, you know, when we unlock that, that within us, for a lot of women hold back. You know, they don't go to the beach, they don't go to the pool, they don't do these fun things with their family and friends because of those body image concerns for themselves. So I commend you for that, because I know that's your driving passion, the sun safety and the, you know, body image messages as well.
Yeah, so it is. When I was doing the research, I mean, you can look around on the beach, any beach you go to, and you see men in the water with their children and women further up on the sand, fully dressed. And as you get older, the less women go to the beach. And it was not uncommon amongst my friends. I'm 50, and when I started, maybe 6 years ago, when I started the sort of learning part of developing the business, they would go on beach holidays with their family and wouldn't go to the beach all day with their kids. It was dad's job. So I wanted to find a solution that gave women the freedom to get back to the beach, whether they were concerned about how they looked or the sun or aging. I just wanted them to feel like they had an option and to feel comfortable. But what I've also learned since launching the product, and that was my intention, there's so many reasons why women don't go to the beach anymore. And I had picked these body image and sun smart reasons, but that's not all the reasons. And there's a lot of women who have skin conditions or lupus, or they're recovered from cancer. There's a lot of medical conditions that mean you can't spend a lot of time in the sun anymore. So it's really rewarding to be able to help these women participate again, because they can in a garment like mine, and they can go in the sun and they can get wet. So it's really rewarding.
About giving them a way back into life and having fun. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
And it's
shall we dive in and have a look at some of your goodies? Shall we have a look at how they look on Sequins and Sand? Is that where we're going to start?
Yeah, have a look on your webpage, and we might talk through a few of the styles.
Okay. Let me just add to stream. So, girls, this is a page I prepared earlier. This is
a lot earlier.
Onto the Sequins and Sand website. We've got this section up here. If you want to fast track, get the rip out the back, you know, go into brands, and then it's alphabetical listing, and there is Es Una. So that's how you find us quickly on Sequins and Sand, or in the clothing beachwear section, and also in the sun safe and rashy section as well. There's lots of boxes that Lyndal's range ticks. So, Lyndal, which one did you want to explore first? I will drive.
Well, we have our theme is long, so let's go with long legs and do the beach pants first.
The beach pants, the black ones?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm glad the site works. There we go.
Yeah, that's good. It's all good. So the beach pants Like a lot of people wear bike pants to the beach, but they obviously don't cover your knees and ankles. And for particularly people who have the skin concerns, they want the full length leg at the beach. So these are like a pipe leg pant. They've got darts at the bottom for a bit of shape, quite a wide cuff at the bottom, and a super duper comfy wide waistband, which is striped at the top. So they're nice enough just to wear as pants. Like you don't have to go to the beach.
I would wear those, off the beach and into the shops, if I was, so you don't have to get changed. Are they fairly quick drying?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, the fabric, just knocked out my own earphones. The fabric's quite quick drying. So yep, you can have a wander and paddle in the water and then get out and they dry quite quickly. So that's pretty handy. These one of the background actually reminds me of Goolwa in South Australia, which is a beach, and it's where the mouth of the Murray is. And I met a lady at one of the markets that I did who couldn't believe that this was now a thing, beach pants that you could wear in the water, because she'd retired down there thinking that she'd spend every day wandering the beach, but she hated her ankles. So she never walked on the beach. Can you believe that? Her whole retirement plan, she'd longed to be at the beach, and then when push came to shove, she just wasn't confident enough to take the stroll on the beach because she didn't like the options of clothing. So that was really good for her to find that.
Save her. That's great. That's
great. Yeah. And also it addresses.
Sorry.
Yeah, the shape's really nice, and it addresses some cultural dispositions that people may have because they're not 100% fitted. So they're not leggings. They are specifically pants.
Pants, yeah. And I think having the tapering leg is, I think, the most flattering shape for most women as well, because it does give a sort of like an outline, but as you say, without the cling. And also, I guess when you are wearing them, splashing around in the water a bit and whatnot, they're not going to, flap around as much when they're a little bit tapered at the bottom too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and the cuff. When I wear them, because I like the really long cuff at the bottom. So I wear mine scrunched up a bit, and then I pull them down a bit when I walk around. So
that is beautiful.
Options.
Yeah, and the wide waistband too, because most of us have those last couple of belly rolls that and we just want that surety around our waist. So having the nice wide waistband, it's a big comfort factor, isn't it? The wide waistband.
Yeah. It sort of firm, flattens, and flatters. I can get that out of my mouth.
Yeah, they're great. So they come in black and navy, don't they?
Black and navy, yes, they do. Yeah, just two simple colours, and they can be worn complemented with some of the tops, or just with your bather top if you feel like that. Why not?
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, well, I'll go out of there and we will go back to, should we have just a quick look at the navy while we're here?
May as well.
Just show the girls the colour difference. So it's a mid navy, isn't it? It's not a dark, deep midnight blue. It's a mid navy, I would call that.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, definitely the navy tonal range, but not super duper dark.
How fantastic does that look with a white, with the swimsuit underneath?
It looks beautiful, doesn't it? And that lady is over 70. I won't say how much, but I mean, she looks fantastic, doesn't she?
Doesn't she look great?
Yeah.
So even if you had a different print, you could wear a nice print with that as well and pick up the blue. That would be a really nice combo as well. Yeah.
Or a bright
and I love
colour,
a bit of print flash. If we've got stripes going with florals, I'm a big fan of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go into where next?
Well, we're doing long. Shall we do the zip front at the top left?
Yeah, this is the newie, isn't it? And there's our beautiful Lizzie in it. Liz is our Cosy Confidence crew girl.
Yeah, look how lovely she looks.
Yeah.
So she probably could have gone down a size, I reckon, because that's it's over her shoulders. But you can see there's plenty of room in there if you want something with plenty of room. And the sleeves come down and cover Well, let me figure out how to look at the camera with my hands. So the sleeve covers your hand to protect the back of your hand from the sun, and it has a thumb hole just to keep it firm. And then across the side, so she's got it scooted up a bit. There's ties at each side of the dress, and you can, oh yes, so it's quite long when you look at the back, isn't it? Which a lot of women really like, the length in it. And then she can actually scrunch it all the way up to be more of a longer top.
Like that.
Yeah,
That's fairly ruched up on the sides with the drawstring sides. This is genius. I'm a huge fan of having versatility in whatever it is that we wear. And the drawstring sides are a great idea because of the change in length. And again, depending on our own heights, you know, some women are quite short. So that could, no, Liz is about, what am I, 4.5. Liz is probably about 5'6" would be my guess.
About my height.
Yeah. So, you know, if you were shorter, you could draw it right up, and that could even be a longer length on you, and vice versa. If you were taller, you'd let it out. So I love that.
Yeah. Can you recall what size that was? Was that an XL or an L?
I think it's an XL. You've got the two sizings in that one, haven't you?
Well, it's from extra small to extra large, and then this coming summer I'm introducing a double XL.
Oh yes. Yeah, well Liz is normally really good. 18 in bathers. So this is a generous XL. So if we're doing the comparison, I would say this is, you're right, it's a bit full around her shoulders there. And in the arm, I would say it's probably a 20 to use it as a, you know, you could do it 18, 20 in this, no problem. Yeah. So then when you go double XL, you'll be 22.
22, 24. It's quite roomy, isn't it? You can see that it's quite roomy on her. What you can't really tell is when you zip the neck up, the neck is slightly raised. So that just gives an extra bit of sun protection there when she does. A little bit
coming in there. Yeah.
Now, do you want to flick onto my screen, Anita, and I'll show you this style on Chimmy, who's wearing it as well. There we go. Okay, so this is, and I'm just looking because I've got a second screen. So this is Chimmy in the same dress, and she's got little flowers that she's showing us. She is 6'4". And so this just goes to show the difference in the length. So even at 6'4", and she has it slightly ruched, but not very, it still covers everything you want it to cover. And she is wearing the size L. So that's because the size.
She looks to me, I mean, I don't know her, but is she about a 14?
She's about a 14. So she's long. And slim, but she has a lovely shape about her as well. So that just shows the design on somebody who's a different shape.
Who's taller,
a lot taller than most of us, but it still covers her. And she chose that because she had a couple of different styles to try, and we did look at the shoulder seam and where that's at, just to get a good shape. Right. And I'll just see if I can find.
There's a double one there. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, so that's her and her mum both wearing it. And so her mum's wearing the medium.
Right.
So I mean, her mum must be reasonably tall. If Chimmy's 6'4", so her mum must be
5'9".
Yeah, maybe. And that's the medium. So it gives them quite a nice length.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Love that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're back
this is how we wish we were all celebrating. Yes, go back to your own screen.
Okay.
My outfits are so comfortable. You feel good enough to have a drink in them at the end of the day without getting changed.
And again, this rashi, right, which you could swim in the pool, in the ocean. No worries. And then equally well, if you had to duck to the shops, I'd, lengthen down the sides and just wear it as a dress and away you go, it's really versatile. Love it, love it, love it.
It is.
Beautiful. And it's great that you're doing it in the larger size for next summer too. I commend you on that. That's brilliant.
Yeah. I'll also be introducing short sleeves for that in the coming summer as
And
well.
which colours, Lyndal? Are you doing different colours?
No, I'm just going to stick with black as a test run.
The starter?
Because it might be interesting for the viewers to know that everything that I do is made here in Australia, which is very good. Another one of my values. So the production costs are a little higher. So instead of producing it multicolored, I want to make sure that the style is right, the style sells, people like it. And then once I'm confident about that, then I'll introduce another color next season. So the sleeve is going to be like a ruffle sleeve.
Cute.
Yep, slightly
And
off the
sit
shoulder.
where?
It's going to be nice.
Where will it sit?
Yeah,
Just
about
past
here.
the deltoid? Just past that widest?
Yes, so it's not a long t-shirt. It's not a cap sleeve. It's a mid top of the arm, whatever you call that.
Okay, sounds good. Love it, love it, love it. Can't wait to see that. You make sure you send me up some. So what are we looking at next?
What should we go for now? Long. Well, should we talk about the top seller, which is the A-line?
Yes, this is my personal favorite, I must admit, and that's what's behind me as well. I love this. And the very first moment, this is not a hard sell, girls. This is honest to goodness, hand on heart truth. It is the most comfortable thing. The fabric is so beautiful on your skin. So I will wear this when I want to walk up the beach, or if I have got a little bit of sun and I don't want any more sun, or if it is a little bit cooler at the end of the day, I whack it on, or if the breeze is up. I love it. It's just beautiful. Thank you, Lyndal. It's really a lovely garment.
You're very welcome. So I've got a feeling the one on the left on my screen with the pink trim, I think she might be wearing a small, or possibly a small to medium. She's 5'10", so that shows the length on her. And then the other lady's about 5'7"-ish, 5'8", and she's got a large on. So you can see that there are, and even the one on the right could probably go down a size if she likes it fitted a bit more. But that's her. I like to wear it looser like that. But it just, the neckline can be done up or undone just to give you a little bit of openness or length in your neck. Covers your shoulders really nicely and covers the top of your arm. So it's a 3/4 sleeve with pockets.
And I was about to say, with
everybody
pockets.
Likes.
Yay, yes. We all love the pockets. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a good length. I think on me, I'm about, like I said, 5'4.5", 5'5", and I'm usually a 10 to 12, and I'm in the small, and that sits just below mid-thigh on me, I would say, sort of 2/3 down my thigh. So very comfortable. Maybe a little bit just above my knee. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So that's the best selling one. And it's slightly longer at the back. It has a scallop side, so it's just a little bit of extra detail.
Yeah. Love your details, and that little clip underneath there as well is really discreet, and just that little bit of piping for color contrast is great. Yeah, beautiful.
It's a little touch of something different. I actually have I had a lady from Melbourne who bought this style, and she's a masters swimmer, so she wears it when she does laps. So she
swims in it.
Yeah, so she swims in it, and it's not I mean, you can swim it, but it's not designed for lap swimming, because that garment you normally require quite a fitted one, so it doesn't float around you as much. So she has one that's like a bit more firmer on her, and she wears it for swimming. So there you go.
Wow,
competitive swimming at that. Yeah,
that's incredible. Well, now that I know that too, I can suggest that to others when they ask, or put it on the website, because I've just assumed that, because we get quite a few women who do hydrotherapy and aqua aerobics and things like that for recovery. And a lot of them look for a longer line thing to cover up when they're doing that as well. So this, if they get a firmer fit in this, I never thought of that. That could be another option.
Could be suitable. Yeah. And it's also good to throw on if you're poolside, just to wander around the pool after you've done your swim. Yeah,
perfect. Okay. Which one will we go to next?
We'll do the Coverup, because that's the second biggest seller, which is right there. The Coverup's just next. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
And while we're sort of talking about water sports, this one's very popular because, again, it has the hand cover with the thumb hole.
Yeah.
The dress is a bit looser because it has the side stripy insert just to make it a little bit fuller. And I find that a lot of women who do water sports, stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, any sit-down canoeing, they quite like this because their hands, they get thrashed because they're holding the paddles all the time. And if they're sitting down, they can pull the front over their legs if they need to, because it's just got that little bit extra fullness.
Yeah, and I can imagine with that little bit of extra room around the hips, if you were in the A-line, the other one, which is a bit of a firmer fit, it might actually ride up when you sit down.
Yeah, true.
Pardon me, a bit more. But this one, so we had our lovely Jackie in this for our Cosy Confidence shoot, probably 4 years ago. And Jackie is a classic pear shape. So it's great for that shape as well because it is more fitted about the bust, and then it kind of falls out, doesn't it, from probably just under the bust, and under the arms, like it says there. That's the extra panel sewn in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And this one is slightly longer than the A-line. So if you want a slightly longer one, this is it.
So this is quite a generous fit, this one too, isn't it, compared to the other one? Oh, that's a really good one to show the generosity of the fit. Because she's the same model that's in the other one, in the A-line, and, it looks completely different. So this is a nice looser style, and a high boat neck.
Correct. That's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love those thumb holes. That's a really good thing because, that's where we age and where we get a lot of sun damage. When you get your skin checked, they check in between your fingers, but also in between your toes. That's the other area. But
I know.
Things to ignore, I always ignore my hands, but I've learned over the years to put a lot of sunscreen in between my fingers and those sorts of spots too. So that's handy. Very good.
It's my girlfriend. She's a lot younger than me, but she's pregnant at the moment, and she was telling me her belly button's popped out, and she has a freckle in her belly button she'd never even seen before.
There you go.
There you go. So that's why they check between your fingers and toes, and your belly button should be on the list too.
Yeah, maybe it should be. I'll make sure they double check that next time I go for my skin check. Very good. Well, that's fantastic. Should we just quickly, because the other favourite one of mine that I love that you do are these the knot tops.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I love everything. These wrap rashies are great too, but these knot tops are something in between, and that's why I think they're so good. Can we explore one of these?
Yes, we sure can. So these are made to have, the top half is just like a T-shirt. It's a cap sleeve with a T-shirt kind of neckline. And I like it because you can tie the knot up like she has, so it blouses around and you don't have to feel uncomfortable about your middle. So it can be worn in quite a number of ways. I wear mine like this because I like that blousiness. But if you flick to the other one, so you'll see that.
Go to a different colour. Let me go to a different colour. See if I can
the
get
blue
it.
might be able to see it.
There's that's it. Yeah, there we go.
So it's longer at the front, and it's split. You can see the split under her belt, and that enables you to grab the two sides and tie the two sides up, like you saw on the last photo. And the back is shorter, so it's kind of scooped at the back to go around the front. So you can tie it in a number of different ways. Yeah, that's right. That's the back. And then I also like the two sections at the front. I often tie each section in a knot, and then it sort of creates a longer line when you wear it. Yeah, it opens so that can blow in the wind. But when I swim in mine, so when I swim in mine, I tie it the blousey style, so that stops it rising up when you're in the water. Yeah. But it does look pretty elegant, doesn't it?
It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And, again, the top of the shoulders are covered, and at the back where you can't reach often, when you need to reapply your sunscreen. That's what I love about these styles, is the top of the back as well is really well covered.
Yeah, it's high enough.
And look how cute that is with the knot there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And again, it's a top that you could wear with a pair of regular shorts or even a denim skirt, you know, when you're out and about. Like, you could easily wear this as an everyday top. Great for exercising too. I'm sure when you're you know, out and walk. This would be the sort of thing I would wear. Absolutely. Really good.
I
and
like
again, the
too.
sizing for this one, we're probably out of about some sizing now. We're going to a large or an extra large?
So they come in small, medium, and large. And I'm not going up a size. The extra large is super generous already, and they're not, as you can see, they're not a fitted top at all.
No.
So that's it's a pretty good range of sizes. I reckon up to maybe 22, possibly.
So are we doing navy and black again, Lyndal? Are you doing any other colours in that? Or there was the print in the Protea, but that's probably just about all gone now, I'm thinking.
Yeah, the Protea is nearly all gone. I'm introducing, let me just see if I can find it. I've got a new custom fabric coming this summer. And it's slightly different. The Protea was a really, I'm just trying to find my design. The Protea was a really vibrant, bright colour. And I will show you. So if you just flick back to my screen.
Oh, when you're ready. Yep, there we go. Yep. Oh, wow. Sneak peek, girls. Special preview of what's coming next summer.
This is the preview. This is the print ready style. So this is next summer. So I hired a fabric designer called Chloe. She's Australian, yet she lived in England and designed for, is it called Modem?
Bowden.
Oh, I can't remember. Bowden, that's it. So she's designed fabrics for Bowden as well. And I gave her a brief around Australian natives because I'm an Australian label. I wanted to have an Australian kind of theme. It's a whole lot of different color greens.
Yeah, that's beautiful. There you go.
Isn't that lovely? And then just a bit of brightness in the gum flower kind of. Yeah. So that's the new print.
Is that a navy background, Lyndal, or is it black?
No, it's neither. It's kind of a very deep greeny blue.
Right. So it's not a black. It's
not a solid black. No.
Black from black. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So this will be in pretty much most of the styles. This new color, and so I'm super excited about that. Yeah.
When are you hoping? Are you able to tell us when you're hoping the new stuff will be out?
Yes. Well, the fabric arrived in Adelaide maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So the fabric I use is made out of recycled fishing nets. It's an Italian fabric. It's got lycra in it, so it holds its shape. And then they actually print it here in Australia. Nice. So in Queensland, actually. So yay! So it was printed in Queensland, and then I got it shipped to South Australia just a few weeks ago. So the manufacturing, we're aiming to get it maybe by the end of July is our fingers crossed hope. Yeah, so ready to launch in August, September.
August, might be right. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
look forward to that. Awesome. So, that is a beautiful thing.
Yes. Oh, I'm really excited.
Fantastic.
And then maybe next year I could introduce this in a different color palette because it's I think it's got a lot of potential. Just maybe changing this reddy sort of orange color to pink. That would look lovely.
Yeah. That's what you can do. Something for a cooler palette and something for a warmer palette. Yeah.
So we'll see how we go.
Excellent. Well, I might flick back to here now to bring you back to there. We have probably run out of time now. That time just flies when you're having fun. So there is a beautiful range. We'll just quickly flick down here. These are your shorts. Now, they sold out really quickly, didn't they? Like they're another hot seller. They are another hot seller. They are a hot seller. And I've got to say, even from my point of view with Sequins and Sand this year, swim shorts almost overtook high-waisted pants as the best seller for bottoms. And I expect that to hold this year. Lots of short requests. But yours are great because they are a firmer fit. They've got the nice wide band, and they're about mid-thigh. That's true.
Yeah,
that's
they're a
where
bit
they
longer
sit.
than the average swim short, just
Yeah.
more flattering for us as we get older.
And then the shoulder shrug, just really quickly, the Rashi beach dress, shoulder shrug dress. Oh, I don't know. That one's the only shot I've got. That's not very good of me, is it?
Oh,
So
okay. Let me see if I can find one.
Oh, hang on. Here's Evie's
Oh, here she
video.
is. I know.
We can
She's
go
so
there.
lovely, isn't she?
She's beautiful.
Beautiful. Love it.
Oh, this is even better than a photo.
Waiting for it. Oh, stop.
Oh, there we go.
Although that's so fun listening to you all commentate on that. But this this one is it's a lot roomier in the body of the dress, and I would say that that's probably the most roomy. That's not a particularly good description, but yeah, it's it's a looser fit, so it's particularly comfortable. And I have sold a lot of those dresses to ladies going to Noosa. I know, it seems to be a thing, going to Noosa buy a dress. And the good thing is, because it looks like a dress, doesn't it? It doesn't look like a beach.
Well, that's the thing. That's what we talk about. You know, when you go to Noosa, the shops are right there behind the beach, and as is in most Aussie beaches, you know, that's what you do for the rest of the day.
That's it. And the nice thing about that is the neckline can be styled in different ways to show the underneath, which is different to the top layer of fabric, and also fashioned over your shoulder just to protect it as the day.
Yeah. And if you want a bit of scalp protection as well, you can get that too with it, which is what I like. And then you've got your racer back, just very quickly. This is a bit more sporty spice, this one.
That is a sporty spice. That's for all the ladies in the caravan parks. They put it on first thing in the morning, and that's just what they wear all day. That's my caravan park special. Everybody loves wearing that in the caravan park.
Your girls. That's fantastic. That is great. And then we have the snood, which is on its own. So that's kind of like the top part of that other Rashi dress, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah. And I've got the Chimmy, the lady I showed you before. She's fashioned the snood on her holiday across Australia. So she's been wearing that on the beach all the time. If you just scroll down, see, you can see her in the middle just there with the pink bottoms next to the umbrella. You click on that one.
Can you click on that?
This is my screen, not your screen.
You're on that one.
She is.
Oh, great. Yeah. And so because she's quite tall, it still gives her that length.
Which is, that's pretty good, isn't it, to have that length?
Yeah.
I like wearing mine. I wear mine. Can you see my pointer or not? Oh, yes, you can. Yeah. So I wear mine as a dress, so I tie it around at the top. But she likes to wear it with her bathers. So she's been taking photos of that everywhere. Look how beautiful this is where she is now. Look at that. Shelley Beach, Cape West Howe, Western Australia. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm. One day.
One day. I know.
Holiday dreaming. I know. Lyndal, this is awesome. Thank you so much I'm just going to go back to us now. There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You just know your stuff. Your beautiful range. So again, take us through the main points about the range. Okay, so the range is to wear over the top of your bathers to solve a whole range of problems. We've all got our own problems. But it provides coverage you need for the sun, as well as coverage you may like for your body or for any skin protection that you may need. So it's UPF 50 plus fabric. It has lycra, so it holds its shape, it dries quickly, and it's made here in Australia, in Adelaide, in fact. And printed in Queensland.
And printed in Queensland. That's right.
And of course, and the fabric is also made from recycled fishing nets and things like that too, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's eco-savvy too. All the boxes ticked. I just love that. And I love that you are a go-get-em kind of Aussie woman who couldn't find what she was looking for herself or her daughter, so she went out there and bloody did it for herself. And I love that. So good on you. That's great. Girls, if you've got any questions for Lyndal about the fits of certain things or about the garments, put it in the discussion, and either Lyndal or myself will come back later and answer those questions for you. I know many of you will be tuning in to get all of this information later. So the feed stays up forever. You can ask your questions whenever you like. It's all good. Thank you so much, Lyndal. It's Friday afternoon. I hope you've got a good one planned.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Anita.
You're
See you
welcome.
next time.
Thank you for joining me. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.